mine was bothering me this morning, but I think it's new because I knew I was singing this. Huh? I promise I'm coming back.
How's it going? Hey, if nobody else can, I just now saw your message, but I didn't respond to it. I'm sure if you don't let me forget, I can get Trinity and Madison for you. If nobody else is going up, somebody may be going over there anyway. That was probably the kid, maybe. So, right. But if nobody does, oh, well, thank you. Just don't let me forget if nobody responds because you know how I am. Yeah. I may even myself would be like, oh wait, nobody said? I know. I'll go back and do it. I'd be like, bye everybody, and get halfway home and be like, yep. Thought you were getting a snack before you sang, John. How are you? Making it. It's been a busy week, but not necessarily bad. I feel like I do better sometimes when I'm busy, but just trying to get everybody to their last appointments before school started and get all the things that we needed before school started. Yeah, it starts tomorrow. It's just unbelievable. When did you start back tomorrow, or? They didn't hire me back. Oh. But I am going to be helping doing some testing there, but they said I don't know when. I'm hoping they will, but yeah, they only hired back one of the two tutors, and I was not the one. Yeah, we really needed it. We're struggling.
What are you speaking into existence today?
What am I speaking to existence? What? Oh. Well, let me just start speaking some more things. Kristen's gonna have the best attitude ever. We're all gonna come into a bunch of money.
Are you talking? Talking?
Hey Josh, you wanna welcome? I meant to ask you earlier. It's easier.
She didn't eat lunch earlier.
Here you go.
All right, everybody, welcome this morning. How many of you is glad to be in the house of God?
Amen.
Really?
That one is.
Let's try it again. How many of you is glad to be in the house of God this morning? Man, we ask you to stand and worship with us this morning.
Sometimes on this journey, I get lost in my mistakes. What looks to me like weakness is a canvas for strength. But my story isn't over, my story's just begun. Failure won't define miracles take place. The cynicals find faith. Love is breaking through when the Father's in the room. Jericho walls are quaking, strongholds now are shaking. Love is breaking through when the Father's in the room. Love is breaking through when the Father's in the room. Move, lay your burdens down. Move, here in the Father's house. Shake your shame at the door, 'cause it ain't welcome anymore. Move, you're in the Father's house.
Greetings and salutations. Everybody have a seat if you would. We're going to go through some announcements. While we've got everybody online, we just want to pray over everyone that's traveling right now. We have a bunch out just before school starts on Monday. So we just pray the Lord's blessings over you for travel mercies, and we miss y'all. Let's say that. Okay, welcome. If this is your first time, welcome to Refuge. We're a little bit different. I'm a little bit different. So if you go through that bathrooms or through that door straight to the back, if there's no children's church today, but there is nursery. We don't do children's church on the first Sunday of the month, so they can be out here to worship with you, and so they get to see us worship and lead them up in the proper way. Check in for children's church and nursery specifically today is right there as soon as you go through that door on the left-hand side. So now it is time for useless information of the day. It's farm related. So, a mule is the child of a male donkey and a female horse. A horse has 64 chromosomes and a donkey has 62, leaving the mule with 63. With 63 chromosomes, whether male or female, a mule can't reproduce.
There will be a quiz later.
So
How many chromosomes?
I had Christian tested. He has 63. So just wanted to let everybody know. All right, back to school prayer today at DeKalb County High School gym at 2 p.m. The pastoral staff will need to leave directly after service today to get prepared for that. So if you see us kind of scooting out the door, that's why. After 2 p.m., they will be going to the other schools. So if you have a child that goes to a specific school and you want to go pray over that school, they're trying to get inside the doors of the school. Don't know if that's happening yet, but if you have a child that goes to Smithville Elementary, go join them over there. So after the prayer at 2 o'clock at the high school, they will be going to the separate churches. Water night is this Wednesday night at 6 p.m. at the park. Please drop your kids off and pick them up after church is over. They will need a bathing suit and a towel. If they are below 5 years old and want them to attend, they can, but you need to stay with them. You can't just drop them off if they're 5 and under. Youth parents. There will be a parents meeting to cover the Awakening event / lock-in this Wednesday at 6:15. So after you drop your kids off, if you have youth that are going to be in youth, after here at the church at 6:15 as quickly as you can, and we'll get it started. Be about 15-20 minutes. Rough week. Yeah. It's hard for me to give when I've had a rough week, and I don't mean money. I'm talking about giving in general. It's hard for me to give, but God wrecked me standing up on this stage when we were praying just before service. He said, "You think you had a rough week? Imagine me watching my son die for you." And I had to remember what he gave us, which was everything. So as we put back into the storehouse, I just ask that you pray and